particular official website we need to refer for the project purpose. So entirely I'm going to discuss about regarding the projects. Okay. So sorry, we're taking some notepad. Let me share the screen as well. Okay, the first thing is what is Monstack? Can anyone answer this question? What is Monstack? Can you give the expansion for this? You have any idea, guys? Yes or no? What is Monstack? And if you are able to turn on the cameras, please turn on. I'll take a screenshot quickly. Thank you, Pattapagla Devi. Yes, what about others? Thank you. Yes, Pattapagla Devi, your problem has been resolved. That you told you are not in the project. Power shutdown for Pattapagla Devi. She's not there. Okay. Thank you, guys. You can turn off. I took a screenshot. So now, first we will discuss what is all about a merge stack. So what we are going to do. So if you are going to do a project using this, so how it will be? Let's see. So if it is a merge stack, the first one is MongoDB, that is called as for IAM, and E is for Express. Okay, and R is for React, JS, that is R, and Node.js is for N. Okay, so these are the terms which we will use for Moonstack. Okay, so first we will see what is front end, what is back end in this Moon. Okay, so front end is in the sense front end is a React JS and Express. It is for backend. Backend purpose we are going for this Express and database we are using MongoDB. Okay, so these are the different things we are going to use. But then what it is called as Node.js. Actually, Node.js is a runtime environment. Okay, so here only we will be using this express.js will be running on that particular platform. Okay, so for that only we are going to use for this Node.js. Okay, so now so already we know how to create pages using a React.js. So now we will discuss. So what is the main That is architecture we'll follow for this non-stack. Just go here, click on the images. Okay, I'll go with this picture. So see, if you see here, this is the interaction between the non-stack. So first, if you see, I'll take the notes. Okay. So if you see, I was talking about front end, right? So in this front end, first we need to create a component. So components is nothing but if in the page, if I have something called as navbar, and I'll be having some links, and I'll be having some kind of containers, right? So these are all called as a. So let me remove this link. So I'll be having a container and the rows, columns. So these things are considered as a components. Okay. So each and every components we need to create a separate classes or functions we need to create. Okay. So and then what is called as a service. So we have services example. So how we are going to perform things. And the other thing it is called as a router. Router is nothing but if example I have something called as home, okay, and contact and some details, okay. So I have something like this. I want to route it, right? Okay, I just want to go to this page and this page or this page. So this will be handled by the router, okay. And what is called as about a backend? So see here, this is called as a backend. So in backend, this is a framework actually. Express.js is a framework. This framework is running on the Node.js. Okay, so in this backend also we have something called as a router and controller in the Mongoose. Okay, so what is called as router again? So which particular page it is going to be routed? Example, need to get or post or update the details, right? So this will be transferring. And what is called as control? So this router is controlled by this controller. And then mongoose is nothing but if example this is called as a model. So if you want to interact with MongoDB, you need this mongoose. So this will be in a ODM. So ODM is object, data modeling. What is this about? So this is actually you take anything like MySQL or Oracle or whatever it may be. So that is and all that will be called as a. So if you take MySQL, this will be called as a ORM. ORM means object relational mapping. Okay. So, but in MongoDB, we are using object data modeling. So, data modeling in the sense it will be like a data. Here it will be as a table. So, that is the main difference. Okay. So, the next thing is so this is the interactions between. So, we have a front end, right? We have a front end and back end and database. So, how it is going to transfer the details? So, from front end to back end. Actually, there is no a direct interaction between front end and the back end. Okay, so what they are giving that is what they are allocating is Axios library. So this Axios library is a third party, okay, which is not from React.js, which is not from Express. Okay, so actually this is a third party library which we are going to use only to handle the what handle request and response. For that purpose, we are using it. So you are clear with this, right? So you know what is React, that is front end and back end, and what is MongoDB, and how it is going to interact. So it is going to interact with the Axios library. So now we'll understand what are the different links I need to follow. Example, if I am going for React JS, I just want to know the details of it. Go to the it's React JS official website. If you go here, they have given the things like so how you need to get started with the React JS. Okay, so the steps will be given here itself. And the next thing is what is called as Express. Express JS also there is a different official website is there. Express.js. Click on this here. Go to getting started, install it. So if you want to install the Express in your PC, then you need to follow these things. Okay. And if you want to run a Hello World program in your Express, then you need to use this particular code. Clear? So I'll share this link also. And what is the next thing? It is Mongoose, right? So Mongoose, go here. This is the exact version. You want to use this Mongoose, you need to install this business logic. That is, this is a template kind of thing. You need to drag it on the Mongoose. Okay, so let's copy this link. And what is Axios? Axios is a third party library, right? For that also we have a particular thing. So how to install and what are the examples we have. So these are the this is the way you will be giving an instruction to the front end and back end. So how it will be, see here, come down, you can see some promises has been used. So promises in the sense it is somewhat I can say it is like a if else statement. Okay, so or catchy, we can take it as a exception handling. So that we are using it in the that is JavaScript. So the same thing they have implemented here for the interaction purpose. Okay. So for Axios third party library, why we are going for this? For the interactions between the front end and the back end. And the last thing is MongoDB. What is MongoDB? So here we have some, the download link. So using this also you can do. Otherwise you can download the Compass on your PC. Okay. So to work on React.js, what are the things we need? These are the important things you need to work on. Okay. And after downloading all these particular important that is softwares, once we done, we can create a project. So how to create a project? Whatever the projects you create, let's take, this is my folder. Okay, this is my root folder. I should have some two things. So one is called as front end, the other one is called as a back end. Okay, so then only the interaction will be happen. So inside this front end, so what are the components you are going to import that you need to mention? Example, I'm going to have some create .js file, and I have something called as delete.js file. So like this you need to create. And in the back end, you'll be creating a server file, server.js. So like this you will be creating and you'll be interacting with the servers. Okay. So first we'll go with the real-time project. So now I'll go to this Visual Studio Code and let me create one separate folder. So open the folder here, demo monster. Just click on this. Inside this, I'll be creating some two folders. That is for backend and I need for front end, right? So now go here, go to the terminal, new terminal. Inside this, I'll just give a name as I'm going to create an application for that is React. So npx create React app, and I'm giving a name as client. Okay. So after creating using this CRA tool, that is create a React app tool. So now I will go to that particular folder, cd client, and npm start. Okay. So it is loading successfully. It has done. So you can see the local host number is 3000. That is port number. Okay. So after doing this, I need to work on this backend, right? So for backend, what we need to do is we need to initiate one more terminal. Just go here and go to that backend. Okay. So now npm, you have initiated the backend also. So now you need to install Express, okay, for the backend. So what is the the websites? You just go here, just click on this. Here you can see the installation process, right? So what is the important thing you need to give? Npm install Express, right? So for package.jsn, so it has been installed. So for this particular syntax, sorry for the command. So now we need to install this. So npm install Express. So see here the Express has not been installed. So now go here and if so okay, the Express got installed. So the next important thing is if you go and check the dependencies, yes, you see the dependencies what happened. The Express got installed, right? And also have saved some dependency name. Okay, I'll tell you better instead of getting into this. So now, so I need to run a program on this, backend. For that purpose, so I'll just go here. Okay, in this backend, I'm going to create one more file that is called as server.js file. So after creating this, if you go, I'm just going to create a file for hello world. So if you see the hello world, what happened? They have mentioned it as a express, and what is the version? So that is also mentioned here. And if you see the port number, it is 3000. Okay, so 3000 is taken by React.js. So what we will do, we will use it a different port number. Okay, and this is a responsibility to that is give a output as this. Okay, and it will be run on the exact port number which you have given. So let's copy this. Okay, so now I'll change the port number to 8000. Now, now after changing this, we need to run the express, right? So how we can run this? You can give, you can also install npm. Okay, as of now, if you run this file, what it is saying, it is showing like example app listening on the port number. So what is the port number it is working on? So now if you go to the browser, okay, and just give a local host 8080. So what happened? We'll be getting a the output as hello world. Okay, start the backend process, the server. So now we again come to the front end. So in the front end, what we are going to do is I'm going to import a React JS file, that is a React Bootstrap. So React Bootstrap, it is not a Bootstrap. So the React itself, they have the open source, right? So some developers have created this as React Bootstrap, the same like a Bootstrap, but when we are using it in React, so it will get deferred. Just if you want, you can refer this things. So how we can install is, either you can give this npm install in this place and you can install it. Otherwise, just you can see the input, right? So you can copy paste this. So either the way you can choose. So I'm giving npm install React Bootstrap and Bootstrap. Okay, now it got installed on your PC, right? So, so after this, if you go and check this particular website, okay, okay, let me check with the forms. So which is already the same, like the same thing. So okay, so let's take this, and what I'm doing is I'm going to change this in the app.js. We'll try to run this program. So here you can see what happened. So what are the important things we need to import? Can you see? We need to import a button, and then in React we have something called as a button. So if we go to this particular package modules, so it is in React, right? is React. Okay, so in this we'll be adding. Sorry, in this React Bootstrap, we'll be having a different things. So if you need to upload a form, then just if you look into this, you can easily add things using a React Bootstrap. Just click on this, you'll be having a package.json. Okay, so like this you will be doing. Okay, so like this you will get an output. So if I want to use any particular thing, example, let me go with some containers or components. The same thing what how we have used in this, you know, bootstrap, the same thing. So let's take this. We want to change it in the app.js. Color has not been displayed. So you need to have mentioned the different colors, but it has not been mapped properly. Because I have used app.js, so that is the reason it is not viewed. So like this, you can use multiple things which I have mentioned here. So we can also try with breadcrumbs. We'll try this code. Let's make them normal numbers. Yes. So, these are the different ways we can add it, okay, using a bootstrap. So we'll be getting an output. So there is some, mistakes is there. So I'll tell you how to, recover these things. Okay. As of now, this is the way you need to give the input. So now the next thing is we understood so how we can import things using a React.js, and also give me a minute, using a router. Show you data page. Wait a minute. So if you go here, okay, we have installed the things we understood. So how to navigate this page, right? So next thing is, if example I'm creating any particular router, so how it's gonna work. So let me just close all these things. So if you go to the React router, so I'll also share this link because this is very important because we'll be using React router. We'll just put it in this project. So you need to click on that. Once you've done this, you can see some examples which is given at the bottom, right? So this is the example of creating a router. You want to create a router, this is the procedure you need to create a router. This is normal basic routing, so how it has been worked. So you need to import these particular dependencies in your app.js. Otherwise, it will not work. Okay, so let's go here. Just the regular thing. Okay, so now what I will do is I'll just copy paste this router. As of now, I have not used any router here, so that reason it is showing an error. So better. And the next thing is I'm going to export this a default function. For example, if I'm creating a link in okay, if I'm creating any link, okay, especially like home or contact or details, what happen is what we will do in the that is HTML. So we'll give it as a home and about in the list element, and we'll be navigating. So here, if it is going to be a link, you need to add a link, and if you're going to route it, you need to mention within the router. Then only it will work. Okay. So in this list of item, so what are the particular options or a path we are going to give? So you need to mention that here. So what it is a home, and this is about, and this is user, right? So just scroll down in this place. So why we are using this switch? Actually, this switch looks through its children routes. So inside the switch only, we'll be using a routes, and this will connect to that particular path which you mentioned. Okay, so if I click on this about, so it will be routing to this about path. Okay, so let's check so how it works. Copy this code. And also for this, you need to add this React router dom. Okay, I try to install this in a front end. So I'm in a front end. So I will add npm install. For router DOM also it is a different dependency, so we need to add it. If you want to check whether it has been added or not, just go here and you can see yes, the React router DOM and the DOM bootstrap React, and everything has been installed. Okay, so now uh, so just go to the app.js. So here you will copy this. Okay, we'll try this. This is how. Okay, it shows, yeah. So I've mentioned 2 times, so let's remove this. There is one warning at src app.js. So which line? It is in 63. Thirty-seven to 40. Export switch imported as a switch was not found on the React form. Okay, let me check. Uh, have we imported the switch? Yes, we have imported. It is not mentioned in this one. But we can remove this. Let's check what is the error. Give me 1 minute. Okay, let me check. So there is error. There is no error. But we're not getting output. Let me check. So we can also change the switch into routes. So let me run it again. So let's see. Actually, why we are getting that error is, so see here, in router you should remember these things. Okay, so React router 5. So I was in the version 5, right? So if you go to the React router version 6, okay. So if I go into this particular thing, so if there is a different the name has been implemented in this version 6. Okay, but if you see here we have named it as a switch. Okay, so that is the reason we were not getting an output. So let's check. So this is for nested routing. We can also try this as well. Let's check. So this is the way. I'm just telling you the navigation, so how to do it. Okay, if you have any doubts also, you can ask me. So put it in this. So what is the error? So again, switch error. We try to remove this switch into routes. And here also you just change the switch into routes. Entry errors. Use route match. whether we have used this. Okay, no issues. Okay, so I'll just tell you. Uh, so once I complete with the Mongoose, okay. So we go to the that is Mongoose, how to install it. So we already know how to install it using the compass, right? So now we will understand how to use it using a normal download. Okay, just go here and type MongoDB. So previously we were doing it using a Mongo campus, right? MongoDB campus. Using this, what we will do? See here, there will be a connection called 27017. So this connection, we can also do it using a command prompt. So before doing this, I think it is already installed. So let me tell it and we can do it again. So it is downloading. I'll tell you how to do this. So this is the link to download MongoDB. I'm just going to remove this from my PC. So now I'll go to this folder. Let me delete this MongoDB. Okay. So now where is the download file? Just double click on this, click on next and accept the license and complete. Here everything is same. So what is the service name? Where the particular folder it has to be saved. In this that is where it has to be saved in the folder. So that path you need to mention. Just click on the next. And I don't want the compass. It is already installed. So just click on next, install. It is asking for permission. Okay, just click on finish. So now what you need to do is just go to the edit environmental variable. Just click on this. You know to set the environmental variable. Now just go to this path and click on edit. I already added this servers. I'll just delete it. So now I'll add a new one. Click on browse, or either to go here. So it will be saved in the C drive. C drive program files, MongoDB, server 6.0 and bin. So I'm just have downloaded 6.0. So just copy and paste it here and just click on OK and OK. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we have installed it. So now after installation, you go to the command prompt and select Mongo. You can see the connection. What is the connection number? It is 27017. So like this, you will be installing it on your PC. Okay. So which port the data will be in? It is 2707. So let me check with the so after doing this, we also see the example for this express, right? So now if I'm going to create some project, okay, so I'm going to add the component. Where I should add? So you go here, create a new folder called as component. Okay, component dot okay, components. Let it be as a component. I'll just I want the original file. So this is the original file, right? Yes. So if I remove these things, I don't want logo anything. Text alone. I don't want the logo, and I don't want this paragraph. So let me change the paragraph. Go and check where is the posted icon. So better I'll open the another Chrome terminal. So CD clients, running the application again. So see here, like this I've given some text, right? So like this, I need some routing and navigation on that. So how I can do that? Okay, so I'm just going to create a file here as create employee.js file, and one more component. So I'll give a name as employee list.js. So how to create this, employee.js file? So just I already have one folder. So let me show you so how to create this. See here, this is for employee.js. We already know how to create, the classes, class component and the functional component, right? So here they have designed, they have created using a class component. So we need to use a render method and return, right? So I'll just paste it here. And one more employee list. So just close this, go to this employee list, and copying this employee list. So here, okay, we have created two things. Now we need to make some changes in app.js. So how we can do that? See here. I will also share this notes to you. Just do it on your own. Okay. App.js. Okay. So here I'm just going to update the navbars link. Okay. So I already told you, right? In the Bootstrap, React Bootstrap, we have different things to upload. So like this, I'm going to update this header in this app.js file. Put it down. Showing error. Okay, it is saying like the navbar and the link is not imported here. To import that, this one, this. The navbar in AP, that is app.js. I already told, right? So how to import these things for each and everything. If you go to that React Bootstrap page, here you will have a separate link for each and everything. So that they have copied. So I'm going to use a navbar. So that reason, so they have import these things. Okay. Still there is one error. So the link is not defined. Okay. We'll define the link now. So how we need to define a link is we need to set the path for these things. So before giving a link and all, let's run this alone. We'll see the output. So like this we are getting. Okay. So now we'll get a give a link. Okay. Give me some time. I'll explain you this. Okay.